YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do something very different. A lot of you guys have been asking me to go through my watch collection, and you know what? I used to be a big watch guy back in the day, and I used to buy and resell. I stopped that a long time ago. It got too pricey and too hard to keep up with. So I just have a few watches. I still love my watches. I only have a few, but let's just take a look and talk a little bit about watches. So first and foremost is my Omega Speedmaster. I absolutely love the Omega Speedmaster. I bought this back in 2015, I think, and you know, it's one of those watches where I think if you're into watches, you have to have a Speedmaster. And even though it's not rare, it's not really that sought after, it's still a watch that I want to keep for a while. The value of these is ridiculous though. I think when I bought this, it was like 3,500 or something. You know, and now it's like double. It's like $6.5 grand or something for a Speedmaster. But I absolutely love it. I don't baby it. It's got scratches all over it. I bang it around. I change the straps. But yeah, Speedmaster MoonSwatch Professional. You cannot go wrong with one. I absolutely love it. Side note: back in the day, I used to collect watches, and I had the Speedmaster Speedy Tuesday 1 and 2 from the boutique. I was big in trying to, you know, get all the special editions, but I ended up selling those because I just wanted to keep the one Speedmaster. Right, so next up is IWC. Now, I always wanted an IWC, and I love history and pilots watches for some reason. Just I love the legibility. So when the watch blog HODINKEE came out with their version, so this is the HODINKEE, you know, it's an edition HODINKEE of the IWC pilot's watch. I had to get it. It wasn't a cheap thing to get, you know, if I'm honest with you, but it was the first, I think it was the first one that came out with their Ceratanium. So it's kind of like a ceramic and a titanium composite mix that's put in an oven. Supposed to be super light and super, you know, indestructible. And I absolutely love this watch. There's no date on it. There's no, it's just the time function. Beautiful watch, very unassuming and sporty. I've worn this on holiday many a time in the pool. You know, it's just a beautiful watch to wear, and I wear this quite a lot. You can't go wrong with IWC. The only thing that does annoy me is you hear the rotor going quite a lot, and that's because of the movement that they got in this. It's not a in-house movement, but still beautiful watch to wear. While we're on Speedmasters, can't really not talk about the MoonSwatch. Now this is the MoonSwatch Mission to Jupiter. So I was in Vegas the other week for work, and I just stopped into the Swatch shop, and they had this in stock, so I picked it up, and I haven't really worn it, so the other half has borrowed it or taken it. Basically it's hers, and she loves it because it's the nude color. So she's been wearing this quite often, but you know, jury's still out. I've heard mixed reviews about the quality of these. Still a nice looking watch though, and quite cheap as well if you're looking to get yourself a nice looking watch. But yeah, that's the MoonSwatch Mission to Jupiter. I'll keep that for now. Right, so this is another Omega, and this is a really old one. This is from 1949. Now there's a lot of Omegas out there from back in the day, but this was called the Omega Cosmic. This was pre Speedmaster, so this has a moon phase function and also has a date and day function as well, and it's a full triple calendar, as they say, watch. It's all original. It is still in great condition for a vintage watch as well. These are very susceptible to getting water damage, and you see a lot of them that have been restored that just look terrible. But I love this watch, and I wear it when I go out, dressy occasions. I really love this watch because it came with the papers. So when I say the papers, it came with an extract from the archives from Omega that said where it was sold, where it was sent to, and what was the date. So this was sent to London, England. So that was, you know, one thing that I thought was quite good. Right, so the other one I absolutely love wearing, and a lot of you guys have seen it and commented on it before, is this one. This is the Rolex Explorer #1. It is a 36mm, and it is from 1991. So it was one of the first it was one of the first years where they had the Explorer 1. So this has a tritium dial on it. It has the lug holes on the side, so where you can put your pin as well to take your straps on and off. So it's a very old one. It hasn't turned yellow yet because of the tritium, but it's heading that way. It's kind of an eggshell color, but it's a watch I absolutely love. honestly, it's one of my favorite watches in the world. They came out when, I think last year or the year before, with the new version of this 36mm, and I really am lusting for that. I would love that watch. I'm on a list, or I think I'm on a list to get one. I've been for over a year, and I'm not holding out much hope. If I did get the new one, I would probably sell this on, just because the new one is more practical in terms of going running, going swimming, or that kind of thing. With this one, I feel a bit, I don't want to go running with it and swimming with it, because I just think I might start to damage it, and I don't want to send it back to Rolex for a £1,000 service. So if you know anyone that can get me up the list to get the new Explorer 1, please drop me a comment, let me know, because I would love it, and I'll sell this one. Yeah, this is 1991 Explorer 1 14270. Such a good watch. It's just so practical. Have it on the bracelet, or have it on a the NATO like this, and it's just a beautiful watch to wear. So what about the ones I used to have, the ones that got away? Now, like I said, I used to be into watches back in the day. I started off with vintage watches, and I was big into a brand called Universal Genève, and you'll see here, these are some of the ones that I had over the years, and that sort of moved me up to Rolex 16570, which is GMT, which I absolutely loved, and I traveled back and forth to Australia all the time, so I used it heavily. And I had to sell that when we were buying a house. Life got in the way, so I did sell that, unfortunately. But I've had a few other GMTs over the years, which I quite liked. But I also had a few different vintage ones as well. As you can see here, a company called Benrus did Sky Chief. This was a watch that they did in conjunction with some airlines, where it was their kind of airline watch. But I sold those as well. For various reasons. So I've enjoyed collecting watches over the years, but now I've just got this core collection of just versatile ones, and I'm one of those people that if I have a family or a birthday or whatever, I would like to commemorate that as well. So watch this space. This could change it will change over the years. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. I've been hesitant about putting this kind of stuff out there, but I see a lot of people doing it now. I'd love to know what you think. Drop a comment down below if this is the kind of content you like, or you want me to expand or go deeper in this kind of stuff, or if you want me to keep giving you updates if I do get that new Explorer or that new GMT down the line. But yeah, drop a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, because it really helps me bring content like this to you guys. With that being said, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.